Just oh gosh. This is what 38 weeks tomorrow looks like. What up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tanya Marie here. I am so excited to be bringing you guys this video. This has been a highly requested video through this entire second pregnancy. So today is the day that we talk about all things baby. But before we get into this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe, okay? And turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video, because we do Tanya Tuesdays every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. You don't want to miss it. I love to premiere my videos and chat with you guys in the live chat, so make sure you check that out too so we can kick it together. So for today's video, we are going to be going over everything that I bought that is new for second baby and everything that I'm excited to use again with second baby. I have compiled my favorite list of things, and I'm going to be spilling the tea on all things as a second time mom that is about to be a mom of 2 under 2. So let's get into it. So first I want to go over the new things that we've bought for Baby Coast. Number 1, the Baby Brezza Washer Pro. Let me tell you, I have bought in almost every Baby Brezza product because I was trying to figure out which one I liked the best, and I ended up with the cheaper version, and now I have the most expensive version. I wish I would have just bought the most expensive version, which is the washer, sterilizer, and dryer. Hands down, so excited to use this for baby number 2. We already started using it with Zaire's bottles to get used to it, and it just is going to do wonders for us. If you think about it, a newborn is using bottles constantly, and to have to hand wash them, sterilize them, let them air dry, it's just like so chaotic. So to have something that does all the things, like literally I'm just going to rinse my bottle, put it in there, it's gonna wash it, sterilize it, dry it, it's gonna pop out ready to use again. I am so excited to use this with baby boy. For me, when it comes to Baby Brezza products, just get the most expensive kind, because you're gonna be thinking about her when you're using the other ones. Don't do what I did. Another thing that I am super excited to have is a mini fridge on my nightstand. You might be able to peep her back there, but I am going to be strictly pumping with Baby Coast. Before, I was exclusively nursing, and then I started pumping about 2 months in. And because I am going to be pumping immediately, it's going to be a lot of nights of me pumping, storing my milk, all the things in this room. And in order to make it a little bit easier, because I know something that killed me last time was getting out of bed, I have brought everything into my room that I need this time. So the mini fridge is gonna help me store all my milk right here in my room so I don't have to leave my bed. I also bought a ton of pump parts this time around so that I'm not worried about washing all of my pump parts so that I can pump again. I have multiple parts that will get me through the entire night, that will really help me speed up the process and let me go back to sleep. And I also bought a collapsible bin. So the bin has a drain at the bottom. I love it. I got it off Amazon. I'm going to throw all my dirty pump parts in there. And then that way in the morning, I can just take all my dirty pump parts, take it to the sink, and wash all of them and sterilize them. So the mini fridge, I feel like really is going to zhuzh up this postpartum experience, and I'm really excited for it. Also have my little milk bags and everything, you know, ready to be labeled. You label your stuff, you know, before you go to bed. So that way the labels are easy. You can just put them on there. Boom, boom, boom. Capiche? Capiche? You feel me? Very excited for that. I also decided to go with the bedside bassinet. So I did have the Halo bassinet with my first baby. Although I did not mind the Halo bassinet, it had like the swivel feature that you could bring it closer to your bed and have it a little bit farther away. I did like that feature. However, it was a very high bassinet, and me being a first-time mom and being a little paranoid, I tended to check Zaire out a lot in the middle of the night, which required me to get up and down to see into the Halo bassinet, which was really frustrating for me because, again, it was a lot of up and down, up and down. If I wanted to pat him while I was in bed, I had to be sitting completely up. This time around, I did not want to do that, so I went with a bedside bassinet that I found on Amazon, which I read reviews for that people seem to love. As you can see, she's parked in the background. But yes, I'm really excited to have this experience because It's going to be right next to my bed. I can go ahead and pull that down if I need to and just pat the baby right there. And it's a bedside bassinet, so it's like we're at the same level. I don't have to get up and down in order to soothe my baby or comfort my baby while they're in their bassinet. Very excited to try this bassinet. However, I'll give you a full review like 3 months in, and I'll definitely tell you guys an update, but the halo is still up in my attic in case this bassinet completely fails me. However, I'm very confident. I've talked to a lot of other moms, and they highly recommended this so that you just can relax, okay, and lay down, which I need in this postpartum experience. Another thing that we had to invest in was a double stroller. We are going to be having 2 babies under 2, which means we need to be mobile. And after doing a ton of research on double strollers and what our family situation is, I wanted something that was light, super easy to break down and pop out. And I wanted something that could grow with the boys. So we ended up going with the Nuna travel double stroller. Very lightweight stroller. Like when I tell you this is the lightest double stroller setup, it is. It is going to be a great fit for my family because, again, I like to take my boys out potentially solo. We also like to travel. So I wanted something that I could literally just, when I pop it out of my trunk, when I pop that baby out of my trunk, I can literally just hit a button. It fully opens. It's ready to place Zaire there, and I can just take the baby's car seat and place it on the other side, and we're ready to stroll around. It also fits in every like door frame. Like it looks a lot wider than it is, but it fits. Like it fits through our front door and everything. So I love that. It's super easy to collapse. It's just literally like one button push and it collapses all the way down, and you're able to just store it away. And because basically the baby can't really sit in a regular stroller until they're around like 6 months and comfortably sitting up, this was good for us because it takes our Nuna Pippa car seat, which is what we'll be, you know, putting our baby in, our newborn in, baby coast. We can just put it into the double stroller really easily, and Zaire can just be sat in on the regular belt buckle. So that seemed like the best fit for us. I am very excited for it. A lot of the other double strollers that I were looking at were just a lot of contraptions that I would have to adjust and take off. Like for instance, the Up-A Baby, and I think the Bugaboo, 2 double strollers that are very expensive on the market, but require so much work to get set up and take down. And I'm just gonna not be motivated to go out with my kids if anything is an inconvenience. So those just weren't going to work for me. So I'm really excited to use this double stroller. It is so beautiful and crispy and just, I can't wait to have my 2 boys in it and just be out and about. So very excited about our double stroller, and we did not break $1,000, which is very easy to do when you're shopping for one. I think it was around like $850 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I'll definitely link it down below. Another thing that we're super excited for is our crib for baby coast. So I actually just ordered this crib. It hasn't come yet, but I've seen a ton of my other friends use this crib. It's by Nestig. I think I'm saying that right. But basically it is a like crib that grows with your child. So it has a 0 to 6 month shape, which is going to be a little bit smaller, similar to a bassinet, and then it has your regular size crib, and then it goes to a toddler bed. We had Zaire sleeping in his room from the moment that he was basically home from the hospital last time because we had night nurse help for half of the week. So he was in his room for half of the week and then in his bassinet in our room for half of the week. And his crib was so big. I mean, he looked so tiny in his crib last time. And I was like, I don't want to do that to baby coast. Like, I want him to still feel snuggly in whatever he's sleeping in when he's not in our room. And so the Nestig was like the perfect option for us to keep him nice and cozy. Also, another option with the Nestig is if you were having your baby, let's say in your room, you could have the Nestig from the 0 to 6 months by your bedside. It's small enough to do that. And then when you want to put it into their nursery, you can move it into the nursery and break it into like that big crib setting. But yeah, I'm super excited. And also like the color palettes, the templates, everything like that they have to pick on their website is just so cute. So definitely recommend the brand if you're looking for a vibe for your child. Their stuff is really awesome. As far as car seats, so we did upgrade our car seats because again, 202, we were using a Duna car seat for Zaire up until this point, and then we're like, okay, he's kind of growing out of the Duna a little bit. Like he needs like a big boy car seat that's gonna like stay with him for a while. So we ended up going with the Nuna Rev. When I tell you this is the most elite car seat I've ever seen, I wish I had this car seat growing up because every time I put him in it, I'm like, this is so freaking nice. The adjustments on the car seats to make your child comfortable as far as tilt level and height level, the straps, everything is literally luxury and comfort. Not only that, I love that the swivel feature. I'm obsessed with it. I thought it was stupid at first. No, it's not stupid. It makes all the difference. To be able to have your car seat facing out towards you when you're placing your child in it and getting them into the car is so nice. When you're putting on their shoes, or you want to feed them a snack, or you want to hand them something, they can have full visibility of you, and it just makes the process so much easier than you trying to like get them in sideways when they're super huge and you're trying to like lift them up. That was a lot. This literally has saved me in my pregnancy with getting Zaire into his car seat. It has made it 10 times easier. Also, you can have your child facing backwards, and whenever they're ready to switch forward, it's very easy to just swivel the whole thing around. I mean, it literally makes a 360. It is amazing. So the Nuna Rev, 10 out of 10, totally worth the $650. I don't care. Like I'm probably gonna buy another one for Coast, because I'm gonna be like, how can I not have Coast in it when he's the appropriate age? But for Coast's car seat, we're gonna be using the Nuna Pippa, because the Nuna Rev does not come in and out. It's not a car seat that you would put a newborn in. It's a big boy car seat. So the Nuna Pippa is what we're going to be using for baby Coast, which is one with the handheld that is easy to take in and out and pop into the Nuna double travel stroller that we have. The Nuna Pippa is super cute, super comfortable. I'm really excited to use it. So those are basically our car set duo setup for the boys. Another thing that we bought that I'm super excited for, that's going to actually come I think today or tomorrow, is our nursery chairs. So we bought two of the same chairs from Pottery Barn for our bedroom and also for Zaire's nursery. And it's not a bad chair at all. It's actually a wonderful chair. Like, it really isn't bad at all. But there was some things that I felt like my chair was missing. Number one, outlets. I wish there was like charging outlets on the actual chair, because I can't tell you how many nights you end up spending in this chair with your kid. Like, I didn't know how many nights that was, and that would have been really nice to have. In addition to that, the new chair that we got has a light at the bottom of it, so you can turn on a dimmed light. Let's say if you're gonna go change your kid, or you know, like you just need like to see the room just a little bit, it's very easy to turn that dimmed light on from underneath the chair, which I think is great in that newborn stage. Or when you're trying to wind your kid down and you just want some really cool lighting in your room, that's wonderful. But the biggest perk about it is the head adjustments and the width and the comfort of this chair. I really like chairs to kind of hug you, because your arms get tired when you're carrying a baby in there. You need something to rest your arm on. So I wanted to make sure that that part was comfortable, but also something that I hate is that there's not enough support in your back and on your head when you're in a regular rocking chair. This one adjusts, can hug your head, do all these crazy things. I am so excited to get into this chair, because again, if you are going to be sleeping in a chair, you might as well spend some money on it, because your back gonna be hurting. And this pregnancy, I have felt it more than ever. Just being in a chair that doesn't really have those like extra adjustments, those nights can really hurt you. So think about your nursery chair. I don't care if you get the one that I get, but definitely think about it. You will be spending nights in it, and it needs to be comfortable and work for you. So don't like get something just because it looks good. Get something because it's going to be functional when it comes to that purchase. That would be my tip. And that basically concludes everything that we bought that we didn't already have, that we're excited for and can't wait to use. Your girl is thirsty. Let me get a sip of water. Okay. Ooh. Also, I didn't even tell you guys why I have these rollers in my hair. I have an interview later today, so I was like, I'm just going to come on the rollers because I really need these curls to hold for like another 3 hours. And if I drop them right now, they're not going to make it. So the rollers are here. It's a vibe. Also, if you have not done heatless curls, what are you doing? Do the heatless curls. Okay, save your hair. Save your time. Just roll them up. Give it a little time, and I promise you, it's gonna change your life. Anyways, back to the main thing that we're talking about. So things I'm excited to use. Again, this is a list, so we're just gonna get through it. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to get straight to the point. Number one, should I get the Hatch Travel or the Baby Shusher? You're gonna want the Hatch Travel, okay? The Baby Shusher was good before the Hatch Travel came out. The Baby Shusher had a couple different shushing settings. However, I have bought in 3 or 4 baby shushers in the last year and a half because they break super easily. I don't know why they break super easily, but they do. The Hatch Travel, I've never had a breaking situation. Not only that, does it have white noise, it has heartbeat, it has shusher, it has lullabies, it has every sound that you could possibly want for your baby, and it's just gonna do wonders. And it pairs really nicely with another thing that we're excited to have, which is our Hatch sound machine. We have one in our room, we have one in Zaire's room, and we're gonna have one in Coast's room. The Hatch sound machine is chef's kiss. I mean, from the different sounds that you can pick from, they have a sound library that is just absolutely insane, to being able to set up a routine for your child that is timed. Oh, you want your kid to wake up at this time every single day? Okay, well, let's start with the birds chirping, and let's go into this lullaby, and let's do this. Like, I mean, you can literally customize a full routine, and Zaire is like trained to his Hatch sound machine. Like, he knows what each sound means, what we're gonna do during that sound, the whole thing. And it was so nice at the beginning when you want to use that red lighting for your newborn so it feels like they're in the womb, and you want that heartbeat, like white noise kind of sound that they are used to hearing in the womb. So easy to customize that. So if you take your Hatch and you just turn on your travel shusher, you could have your travel shusher shushing as you have this other experience going on your Hatch sound machine. That's the dynamic duo for a baby sleeping good. And then when you go out of town or you travel, you can just take your travel Hatch and you have that white noise or whatever you like to use, and that will be good enough for you traveling. And it's super small and compact. It's also great for in the car. We've used the travel Hatch in the car for when Zaire was a little fussy, turned on the lullaby, kind of put a blanket, you know, around his crib to make him, or around his car seat to make him a lot cozy, block out all that light, and he was out like a light. So that travel Hatch can go into your diaper bag, and you can have one in the room if you want. I have two. I'm obsessed. Okay, let's talk about diaper pails. So I've had the Diaper Genie in my house, and I've also had the Ubi pail. Both are great options. However, I think we like our Diaper Genie a little bit more. I think it holds in the scent a little bit more for some reason. I'm not sure why. So we have decided to go with the Diaper Genie for Coast's nursery. However, we have the Ubi in our bedroom right now. We have a Diaper Genie in Zaire's room, and we'll have a Diaper Genie in Coast's room. So nothing against the Ubi, but I do feel like our Diaper Genie has not become as smelly as our Ubi did. However, we did not use the recommended individual trash bags that Ubi wants you to put like diapers in and then toss them in. We were lazy and didn't do that. So it probably would have held up better if we would have done what we were supposed to do, but we didn't do that. So we ended up going with the Diaper Genie. That's the story, and that's the tea. I'm also really excited to use my Tush Baby. I got a Tush Baby like 3 months ago, and because I'm pregnant, it's a little bit harder for me to use. However, this time around, once I'm done and don't have a bump, I cannot wait to use this Tush Baby with Zaire and eventually with Coast. I should have bought that thing a long time ago. I should have had it in Europe when we went to Europe, to be able to just put your baby on your hip, and literally the compartments that are on that Tush Baby are honestly enough for you to like have a quick run outside with your kid and not have to bring a whole diaper bag. Like, you could fit some snacks in there, passy in there, wipes in there, diapers in there, diaping pad in there. Like the compartment size is really good. Obsessed with the Tush Baby. So excited to use it. As far as baby carriers, we loved our Bjorn newborn baby carrier. I was obsessed with it for so long, and I'm really excited to use it again. We used it for like all of our trips and traveling with Zaire. It's very comfortable, has a really good structure to hold the baby's neck and make them very comfortable when their necks are a little bit, you know, not as strong. And it was just super light and compact, and when the baby's light and little, it was perfect. However, your baby will eventually grow out of that, so you might want to get a bigger carrier. The Ergo Baby, we also really are excited to use again because we used that in Italy, and it was a wonderful baby carrier, had a lot of back support. The straps were super comfortable. It was great for carrying a 10-month-old all around Europe. So the Ergo Baby, 10 out of 10, excited to use that again. I also treated myself to a Maybe, it's M-A-B-E, carrier because they had really cute prints, and I was seeing all these girls talk about it. So I'm excited to try that carrier out, but I don't know if I'd recommend yet because I haven't used her enough to know. Other things that we're excited for, these are kind of like little things, but still they make all the difference. As far as swaddles, I love using the little cute cloth swaddles in theory, but honestly, I was over it at some point. Once that little baby's arm is trying to like get out and they're trying to escape it, you're just like literally looking at them on the camera like, damn, they definitely waking up. And we're just not doing that this time. So the two like wraps that I really love and I'm going to be using and I've stocked up on are the Swaddle Me's, which are great for when they're not that strong yet. So probably like 0 to, I would say 5-6 months. Great Velcro swaddle. Now the Velcro is not as strong as this other swaddle I love, but it's strong enough for a while. And it's great. It has a little pocket for them. You just kind of like set them in there and it just wraps over. It's all Velcro nice and tight. Your baby is going to be comfortable snoozing away. The other one that I like though is the Ollie wrap. So that's another swaddle that's Velcro, very intense Velcro, okay? You're going to hear that thing. It might wake up your baby. However, if your baby is super strong, like I'm talking about like Hulk vibes, you need that because that is the only swaddle that is going to keep your baby contained. So also recommend that swaddle depending on what your baby's vibe is. If your baby's like not a fighter, you know, super strong, you could probably get away with the Swaddle Me's the entire time. But the Ollie wrap is for those fighters. And you know, babies be fighting for their lives to get out of their swaddles. So highly recommend both, and we will be using both for baby boy. This may seem like a small thing, but I'm going to say it. A butt spatula. I know it's small, but honestly, what could I do without it? If I lose that thing, I'm going to go buy 5 more because I'm telling you, I don't want my fingers being greasy when I'm doing diaper changes. It is so nice to be able to just take my wipes, everything, take my Aquaphor on that butt spatula and just splat, 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 wipe it off with the wipe, move on. My hands aren't left with greasy or any residue. I didn't have to get in there, the crevices, nothing. The butt spatula, just get yourself one. They're not even that expensive. Just treat yourself to it, okay? Buy a few. You'll thank me later. As far as bottles, everyone wants to know, what bottles are you going with? What bottles do you recommend? That is going to be a baby preference. At the end of the day, your baby is going to have a preference. You might want to try a few. I would suggest not just like starting with one. We had a few different ones with Zaire, but Zaire was not picky about pacifiers. He was not picky about bottles. He was really, really easy baby. We ended up loving Dr. Brown's bottles. He had a little bit of a gassy situation and we felt like those were the best because they're anti-colic bottles. Dr. Brown's house fully here. I don't have any other bottles in this house for Baby Coast, so he's just gonna have to put up with Dr. Brown. If you're not taking Dr. Brown, what's going on? I just have all my Dr. Brown's bottles because we converted literally all of our bottles to that with Zaire. So hopefully he loves those because that's what we have for him. I'm just a Dr. Brown's girl all the way. I love their bottles. I love their bottle warmer. I just love Dr. Brown's. That's what it is. Pacifiers. So you might want to have a few, as you've probably heard, because you don't know what your baby's going to take to you, but I can tell you the ones that we loved. The Philips Avent 0 to 3 month pacifiers and the MAM 0 to 6 month pacifiers were the two pacifiers that we use the most with Zaire. So those are the pacifiers that we have that we're going to try with Baby Coast and excited to use again. We had no issues with them. He took to them really quickly. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, let's talk about baby cameras. Now, I know everyone has different vibes when they come to their camera. Some people hate Wi-Fi cameras because of privacy and security, and I totally hear you on that. You might not like my recommendation. However, I'm going to use a Wi-Fi camera because I'm a full-blown stalker. I want to see my kid when I'm out and about, when I'm gone, when I'm whatever. I don't want to see my kid. I want to see my kid everywhere. I don't want to have to go find him like a thing, okay? I don't need a thing that I chase around because my brain, I'm scattered, okay? I can't keep track of a thing. So my favorite camera hands down, by far, is the Nuna baby cam. It is literally amazing. When I tell you I'm so excited to pull up my Nuna app and have 2 cameras on it, it makes me so excited that I'm going to be able to spy on my 2 boys. But I just love the Nuna. It's just such a like interesting app. There's so much data that they give you, tips and tricks, things to help you along the way when it comes to keeping your baby happy, when it comes to their sleep and their mood and the milestones and transitions that they're going to. There's so much research within just that app itself. Like, it's not just a camera. It's an entire like guiding tool, literally. So, and also it's so cute. They like keep track of moments. You can see your baby grow. Like, I'm just obsessed with it. So we definitely got it for a Baby Coast room, and I just cannot wait to see their 2 little screens and just watch them. Oh, I cannot believe I'm about to have 2 babies. That's crazy. I also still really love our Nuna. So I know that I told you kind of our setup. So basically our setup in our Lincoln Navigator is the Pippa Rev and, sorry, the Nuna Rev and the Nuna Pippa. But for our Jeep, we're gonna keep our Nuna in our Jeep. And our Jeep is kind of gonna be the car that we use if we're just going out with one kid. If we're going out as a family, the Lincoln is great. Taking Zaire to school, the Lincoln is great. But you know, you might have those one-off things where it's like, oh, I just want to take baby by myself or whatever. Or like, I don't know. We just want another car seat that's mobile and really easy to take in and out. And the Nuna is great for that. Especially for those solo trips with just baby, because literally it just pops out and becomes a stroller. So we're still obsessed with the Nuna, still excited to use it with Coast. Like our Nuna and us are like this. We almost lost her in Europe too, if you guys remember that. That was scary. But she's still here, living and well, and we love her. Okay, let's talk about like swings, baby swings and bouncers. I love the Bjorn bouncer. It's so light and mobile and you can take it around everywhere. And typically your baby just wants to bounce for a little bit and then they just start chilling in there after they've been bounced for a little bit. So I love the Bjorn bouncer. Also definitely recommend getting the attachment so they can like play with the little things and they like spin around and your kid's just gonna have a ball with that. Get the attachment. We ended up getting it later on. We should have just got it from the beginning. And then I also like, if you want to spend a little bit of money, the Nuna Leaf. It's kind of a different movement than the Bjorn bouncer, which is like an up and down bounce. The Nuna Leaf kind of like sways, so it's kind of giving like this rocking motion to your baby. And I feel like Zaire took some of his like best little like sleepy naps in that thing, even though they're not supposed to nap. He would fall asleep in there and then we would like transfer him to his bassinet. Yeah, it just has this like beautiful rocking motion and he loved it. So definitely excited to use both of those things. We'll probably have one upstairs for when we're upstairs and then we'll keep one downstairs for when we're downstairs so that we don't have to like carry the Bjorn bouncer or the Nuna Leaf like up and down, up and down. So that's kind of the game plan there. I also forgot to mention when it comes to baby carriers, a Solly wrap. A Solly wrap is really great in those first couple of months because basically it just is material. It's super light on you and it keeps your baby really nice and cozy and gives that skin to skin vibe. So I'm really excited to use a Solly wrap. I think I have 3 or 4 of them, but they're wonderful for when you're doing like chores around the house or you're just kind of hanging out and chilling. It just keeps your baby literally so tight and cozy. And I feel like in those beginning stages, that's all your baby wants is to be close to you. And I feel like the Solly wrap really gives like that experience of the womb versus like a carrier that's a little bit more structured. So if you are the mom that just wants to be close and bundled up with your baby, I just feel like a Solly wrap may be the way that you want. And also it's so light on the body when you're wearing it that it's like almost like you forget that you're even wearing it. It's that light. The material is so soft. So definitely will look into the Solly wrap if that's your vibe. Okay, another thing that I'm excited to use again because I know that this thing is going to come for me, cradle cap. Can we talk about cradle cap? It will come for your child's hair. Okay, it came for Zaire's hair. He lost a lot of hair around 6 months due to cradle cap. So I am stocked up on all the things that I love cradle cap. Frida Baby makes a really nice cradle cap kit that comes with all the brushes and tools that you need to get rid of cradle cap if it happens. And then there's a shampoo, I think it's like Mustang. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna put a picture of it up right here. This shampoo, baby, it got rid of it. It took care of it. Like we were struggling to find something to get rid of cradle cap. We were using breast milk. We were using, I don't even know, another brand. Nothing was getting it up. When we used this foam shampoo, it was gone. Like I remember within like 3 days, this cradle cap was gone and it never came back. And I just continued to use the shampoo like maybe once or twice a week just so that it wouldn't come back because I was so spooked by it. So I bought all that stuff again because I'm literally like, I need to have it on deck. Like when that thing pops up, I'm like ready to go. So very excited to have a solution to cradle cap that worked before and not be so intimidated by it if it happens again. Another thing that I'm going to be using this time around is a sink flower. I last time used a basin tub to do all of Zaire's baths and it was really annoying having to bend down, get down, it's into like the tub, be on my knees when this baby is so small and fragile. Like it is so much better to have your baby, I realize, basically at waist level in a sink flower where it's super easy for you to move them around. You're not bending over, your back doesn't hurt, you're not on your knees. So I'm literally going to be bathing baby Coast in my master bedroom sink in his little flower, keeping it nice and cozy in the bathroom for him. And another side tip is I love to wrap my babies in a swaddle while they're getting bathed, just to keep them nice and cozy and warm. So it's going to be really easy to just take him out of that swaddle, wrap him in a towel, because everything is going to be right at waist eye level. So yeah, he's not going to be in a regular tub situation until, you know, a while, because the sink flower is about to save you, girl. And I got it so late was that year last time, and the couple times I used it, I was like, why didn't I just use this the whole time? So very, very excited to use my sink flower, and super affordable. When it comes to like baby clothes and items that we bought, I just wanted to say, like, I'm a little particular when it comes to my baby's clothes. I like very soft materials, and I just want my skin, like, for instance, for me, I buy expensive PJs because I like to go to sleep in like something very soft. I want something that just has no friction. It feels like butter on my freaking skin. And I feel like my child deserves the same thing. So some of my favorite brands for sleepies and nightgowns are going to be Little Sleepies. They have such fun, cute prints. You can also get matching PJs as a family. I also really love Caden and Lane. They have some really cute customizable ones where you can put your baby's name on them, but they also have just like really cute and fun prints. We also just got some from Wildbird in PR, and when I touched those, I was like, how did I not know about this brand? Like, incredible. So really excited to use Wildbird's little footsie pajamas too as well. And then Kite Baby is also a good one. They have some really soft material as well. I'm trying to think if there's like any other ones. Those are probably like my top 4, I would say, that I really love. But yes, I think that putting your kid, when they have sensitive skin, in some buttery nice material is definitely going to help from like all those rashes and dry skin and things that they may be experiencing at the beginning. So really excited to have my son in some buttery PJs like his mama, because he deserves. And I think that's it. Like, those I would say are those are the main things that I would say I'm really excited to use again, that I think are so worth the investment. I hope that this video gave you something, some sense of confidence when you're making a baby registry or you're thinking about what you need for your baby. I hope this helps a first-time mom too. I feel like going into this as a second-time mom, I really know what I like. And I know what like works, and I'm very confident, and it was just nice to like be able to be like, oh yeah, all this stuff was really great for us last time, let's do that, and let's get a few things that we wish we would have splurged on the first time around. So I hope that you don't have to, like, you know, take the shortcut and then be disappointed. I hope that you just get the experience that you want as a mom, as parents, or whoever's watching this. Like, I just hope this is extremely helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments about anything that I have said. I am here to be a helping hand. We are so excited to be parents second time around, without the anxiety, without the lack of confidence, all those things. Like, it's just going to be so nice to be able to be so much more present and just enjoy it, and not have to think like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this? Like, we just kind of know what to do, especially since it's so fresh in our mind, considering Zaire is only 18 months right now. So yeah, it's gonna be fun this time around, I think, and I'm really excited for it. And let me know if you guys want a video that focuses on postpartum and prenatal care. I've done a lot of stuff through this pregnancy that I think has helped me, which I'm really excited to see what my birth experience is like, because I feel like I've done so much more for myself this time around. And also I have a postpartum plan that I'm really excited about too as well. I didn't have a postpartum plan last pregnancy because I didn't even know I needed one, but I'm really trying to take care of myself. And although this video is all things baby, I really feel like we need to have a conversation about all things mom, you know, because we matter just as much as our baby. Happy baby, happy mom, happy baby. Like, it is two things in sync, and I think that we forget about ourselves so many times, or we don't know how to ask for help for ourselves. We don't know what we even need. So I would love to make a video and give you guys ideas on how you can give back to yourself, how you can ask people to show up for you, and things that you can do to make your pregnancy easier or your postpartum experience, what you want it to be. So if you guys want that video, let me know. It's been something I've been thinking about, but I just don't know if it's going to be useful. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. It's been a nice little tea sesh. Hopefully you guys are making your little baby registries or being like, oh, I was thinking about that. Now I feel the confidence. And I have linked everything down below. Everything is linked on my LTK for you guys too as well. I'll see you guys in the comments, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. CST. Be there, boo, because I'm going to see you. All right, love you guys. Bye. Peace.